My old friend. I recall some time ago giving a sermon on Psalm 119, all 176 verses. I calculated that perhaps it could take 4 to 5 hours if I hurried through it. But alas, I trimmed it down to 30 minutes, give or take. I recall in my studies that a man put together a commentary on this psalm of some 1,600 pages in a 3-volume set. I used to wonder how someone could find so much to write about one poem. Having studied and admired Psalm 119 for many years now, I'm beginning to understand. I'm not sure I could come up with that many pages, but I can certainly see what an all-encompassing psalm it could be. After all, the writer, most likely David, was in love with God's Word. We read in the Law of Moses in Deuteronomy 17, verses 14 through 20, that it was the responsibility of the king of Israel to write a copy of the law and keep it with him all the days of his life. I've heard of many and met some who have undertaken this monumental task of transcribing the Bible by hand. It makes my hand cramp just thinking about it. What is it exactly that happens when someone falls in love with God's Word the way the author of Psalm 119 does? What kind of passion drives them? To that end, I have endeavored to discover what that special something is. This much I know: you cannot find it by reading how much other people love it. You won't plumb the depths of such love by admiring others. The truest way is to read God's Word yourself. Nothing else equals what you will find for yourself when you physically turn the pages. Now, I understand that some listen to it and can appreciate that. You'll find the same joy that way as well. There is a level that can be reached when you or I read Psalm 119. As amazing as this psalm is, still he is simply reciting the love he has for the entirety of God's Word. Ultimately, we must catch the fire ourselves by immersing ourselves in the pages of the most wonderful book ever written. At present, I'm having to begin the mending process of my own personal Bible. Like most Bibles, the first pages and the last pages take the most wear and tear, so I'm having to take them back into the binding. There are some who do not write or make marks of any kind in the Bible. However, I'm not one of them. My Bible becomes my constant companion. Over the years, I have made comments and markings on every single one of the 1,916 pages of my large print Bible. I have made notes in the margins of those who have preached and taught on passages. I have noted every question in the Bible, every reference to God, how long it takes to read every chapter. I have color-coded topics, places, people, and things. Any pertinent information I deem relevant, I've written into the nooks and crannies available. Yet when my time is finished on this earth, or the Lord returns, my personal Bible and all the notes I have made will be of little use to anyone else. All who follow me must discover what I and the author of Psalm 119 and myriads of others have discovered on their own. No one can do this for you. It is a journey that in its fullness can only be made by the individual to gain the fullness therein. Have you endeavored to make that journey? If so, you have your own story to tell. And those are our thoughts for today.